Redditors who have experienced snow, what is it like? When everything is blanketed and not touched, it's beautiful and everything is absolutely silent, at least where I live. But it is terrifying to drive on poorly plowed roads. Once it starts melting and there is some snow piles here and there, it looks ugly, especially when it turns grey/black from all the cars. Fun for the first few days, then you really would just like feeling back in your fingers and toes. As a northern Canadian, the idea of never having seen snow is actually mind-blowing to me. We got more than 6 inches overnight last night. Driving sucks, but it's mainly because of everyone else. I don't have much trouble driving in it, but everyone else forgets how to drive. Beautiful to look at when it's untouched, but a nightmare to drive or walk in. Edit. For everyone who's saying that driving in the snow is fun, you're right. Personally, I find a lot of other people don't know how to drive in the snow, so I avoid going out if I don't have to. Also, thank you stranger for the silver. It's very peaceful and nice to look at as long as you don't have to drive in it or remove it. It's coarse and rough. Oh wait, wrong material. It's fun and cold and wet and feels weird if it slides down your back. When it snows you don't feel wet. You feel wet some minutes later. When it snows a lot, sounds are filtered and everything looks more silent. Snowball fights scare me because I wear glasses and it can be dangerous. Snow is like lazy rain. If you don't mind the rain and know how to be prepared, you won't mind snow. I personally love the snow. I think cold weather is worthless without snow around. I've got two perspectives on this. The better perspective is when I was growing up. I lived out of town and my parents had property, so it was great. Some of us would go snowmobiling, some of us liked to snowshoe, and us kids always built snow forts. Plus, if you ever got a chance to get out into the woods, it is so beautiful and peaceful. One memory that always stands out is when I took a snowshoe hike when the moon was full. No need for a flashlight, it was just so bright out. And so quiet too. I hiked up to a hill from which I could look out over Lake Superior. It was an incredible experience. Now I live in the city. In short, it sucks. There's not much to do outside when the snow comes. It just gets in the way and screws up your commute. I usually slip and fall at least once per winter. Once the snow is cleared, it's just pushed into dirty piles on the side of the road / all over the place. As a child it's fun because you can throw snowballs, build snowmen, make snow angels, and go sledding. As an adult it sucks cause you have to shovel, drive in it, and after a long winter it's just brown / grey and gross looking. And your car gets full of dirt and salt. But I must say, the first snowfall is always beautiful to me. I love taking a walk down a wooded road and the pure white color and muffled sounds from the snow made for a peaceful, beautiful walk. Sometimes it's light and falls apart in your hands, and sometimes you can pack it to make snowballs or snowmen. You can also eat it if you want. If you see a yellow patch, that's the good stuff. Coming from Central Europe, I always think the thought that someone hasn't experienced snow is so weird to me. I know so many have never seen it, but growing up with it and experiencing it every winter makes snow so natural for me. As a kid, a wonderland. As a teen, a cool moment. As an adult, a pain in the ass. As a senior, a death trap. Heavier than you would think. Shoveling a driveway with a foot of snow feels like shoveling a foot of dirt off your driveway. Cold and wet, and I hate it except for skiing. I live in Minnesota and snow is fucking amazing, dude. It's a nice soft cold powder, and if you are epic enough, go out with swim trunks on and sit right down in it. I don't like sand. Snow. It's coarse, cold, and rough, wet, and irritating, and it gets everywhere. It's nice when you are outside in a snowstorm and it feels like you are the only person on the planet. It depends on how much snow we're talking about. 1 inch to 4 inches can be quite pretty. If it's temperate outside, it can even be quite nice to walk in. As the accumulation continues, things can turn for the bad in short order. Transportation, both public and private, not only slows but can stop and become deadly. Stores stop getting food, old people die, people get stuck, accidents become rampant, hospitals get overwhelmed, and things can get even worse after that. If you start coupling lots of snow and lots of cold, cities can shut down for days. That's more deaths, more accidents. Everything up to a 10. So yeah, it's nice, but snow can be a gigantic cunt as well. Cold, wet, slippery and miserable. Fun until it gets in your clothes. It's cold. I hate it. It's a swirling wonderland of sparkling, white pleasure. Let it fill your senses with cascading fluffy pillows of comfort and excitement as you have never felt before. It's complicated. Driving home in it last night, I was very worried about losing control of my car as I went up and down hills. After I got home and it stopped snowing, walking outside to shovel the driveway, couldn't believe how beautiful everything looked in the evening light. After shoveling it, was annoyed at how sore my back was when I was done. After the county snowplow passed through, left a 2-foot-high wall in front of my driveway, I hated the goddamn shit. So passive/aggressive about it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more.